All right, how's everyone doing today? Well, I'm pretty excited today. I got myself some worms from one of my friends at the farmer's market for vermicomposting. I've been wanting to do a worm farm for quite a long time now, and she brought me some today, so I'm really excited about that. I got a few bins that I will be using, so I'll show you guys the process on how to make one quickly. And yeah, it's going to be awesome because worms have lots of nutrients in the worm castings and liquid that comes off of them. It's good for fertilizer for your garden. So I'm hoping to have some of that by the end of the season because I don't know how many worms are in here. Don't think there's that many. We can try to take a look here and see what's in here. Oh, there's quite a bit actually. Look at that. Look at them all in there. So these guys should double fairly quickly, hopefully, and then hopefully double again. These look like they're probably the red wigglers. They're the best ones you want. So what we'll do, we'll head over, get the bins, and we'll start making a worm composter. Okay, I'm here in the garage. I got my bins here. We got these ones given to us, which is pretty awesome. And I'm using stackable bins here. So what's going to happen is, when I drill the holes in the bottom, the liquid's going to seep out into the bottom, and there's a bit of a gap down there. So I don't have to worry about putting anything underneath to stack it up. And it'll be easy just to pull it up and dump the liquid out. So that's pretty awesome. These have lids, so they're ready to go. Now the next step is what you want to do is get a drill, and we're going to drill some holes in the bottom. So with the red wigglers here, they're pretty small, so I may have to lay something down on the bottom. The woman who gave me the worms, she used burlap in the bottom so that they can't get through the holes. So I may have to find something like that to put in the bottom so the worms don't get through. But first step, we'll drill some holes and we'll get going on that. All right, so we're just going to drill holes in the bottom here. So I'll go ahead, I'll finish doing all this quickly and show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, so we got the holes in the bottom, so that should be enough for drainage. Next, what we want to do is drill holes all along the side here so that we get some good airflow coming in. And then also, as well, we want to drill holes in the top so we get airflow coming through the top as well. So I'll get those drilled up real quickly. Here we have it, holes in the top, lots of them. I've done holes all along the side here, so you're getting lots of good airflow in. So I've done all four sides as well. Okay, so that's the easy part done. Actually, it's all pretty easy. So next, what I'll do, I'll go grab some compost quickly, and we'll fill it up a bit. So I'm going to start. If you don't have compost, you can use ripped up newspaper for your bedding. So I'm just going to do thin strips like this, maybe even in half as well. So I'll do a bunch of this. I just toss in the bottom there. A bunch more over here. Just gonna do thin strips. Now, because I don't have very many worms right now, probably don't need a whole lot. But you want to have enough so that they do have a bit of a bedding and something to start eating. I've just got one more piece here. Okay, so you can use cardboard as well, but that's what I've got. Just enough to cover the bottom here. So what I'm going to do, I'll go grab some compost quickly from the compost pile. So there's going to be like some hay in there, some cow manure, rabbit manure, chicken manure. We'll just do a thin little bedding for now until they get used to it and work their way in. And then in a few days, then we'll have some food scraps. So I'll be right back with some compost. So here's the compost here. It's got some wood shavings in it from the cow pen. There's some straw still, and there's some other stuff mixed in there. So you don't want it dry. You don't want it super wet. You want it just kind of moist, where if you squeeze it, it kind of binds together. If it's too dry, the worms will dry out and die. And if it's too wet, the worms will probably end up drowning. But with the holes in the bottom, it should drop out most of the liquid from too much moisture. So I will set this up and show you guys what it looks like once the compost is in here. So I've got my gloves on because it's kind of still fairly moist from the cow manure. And here's a good piece of the straw, which would be good for the worms to use as bedding as well, and eat that up. I'm probably just gonna go maybe like 2-3 inches thick. Give them a nice little home to start in, and hopefully eventually multiply real quick for me. Okay, I think that's probably gonna be a good start for them there. A little bit more here. All right, so here's the worms here. So here's what it's going to look like once it's all been done. Nice broken down worm castings. So they're here. We're just going to set them right in. Little red wigglers. I'm just going to bury them up a little bit here, just so they get buried a bit. And now I'm just going to stock it into this bin here, and then we're going to put it downstairs near the shade, so it's not too hot, it doesn't dry out. I'll check them out in a few days and see how they're adjusting. Okay, so we're underneath the deck here. Sorry for the mess. I'm still in the process of cleaning up all the planting stuff, but it's nice and cool down here. The sun won't hit them at all. And if you notice that it's drying out, you can always add a little bit of water to it. Just give it a quick little sprinkle of water. But we'll see how this goes for them for the next day or two, and we'll show you the update. All right, so I said it was going to be a few days, and then I'd show you feeding the worms. It's probably been like 2.5-3 weeks now. I forgot to film, I got kind of lazy. But anyways, I'm going to show you inside the worm composter now. It's looking good. The worms have definitely got really fat, and I noticed there were some eggs in there. The lady that gave me the worms said if you feed them oatmeal, that they will get fat real fast. So I fed them oatmeal twice. I might cook it up and just toss it in once it's cooled. And they definitely got fat, which is awesome. They're doing the job, and I'm pretty sure that they've doubled now. I see a lot more worms than there were when I first got them. So I'm going to throw a little bit of cardboard in the bottom now today as well, just to help with feeding them. And then I'm going to get some more food later on and put some more in. But let's take a look and see how it looks. Okay, so here it is. All the compost that I put in there, and all the oatmeal, and I put some other stuff in. But here we go. Look at them all. Look how big they got. There's one right there. They got huge. I'll pick some more up here. Oh, it looks like there's one. Looks like these guys are mating here. Or maybe not. There's just one big one. Yeah, it's a really long one. Look at them. Oh, so they're doing their job. And I've stuck, I think I said an avocado in there and some other veggies and stuff. But there's quite a bit more in here than there was. And I don't know if I can see them. Those right there, hard to see, this worm eggs. They've definitely been laying and breeding, which is good. That's what we want. So I just got this cardboard here because they need some more food. So I'm just gonna lay it in. And it's fairly moist too. If I squeeze it, it kind of compacts together. I think that's the baby worm there. I know that's microgreen. But anyways, it's coming along real good. So I'm just gonna mix that up. Got a few more here. I'll stick in just for more bedding and stuff. But it's going well. I'll probably get some more oatmeal cooked up in the next day or so and get them some more food here. There. Okay, now over here as well, I'm just gonna grab some of my excess lettuce I have from washing. I'll toss some of that in here. And we've got more over here. I'm just gonna take it up to the composter, but they need to be fed, so I may as well toss it in. They'll enjoy this. Some carrot leaves. So you just kind of toss it in and bury it a bit here. And spread it out so it's nice and spread out. And I'll just go to town on that, and here's some more of that oatmeal that I put in a while ago. Just mix that up and they'll enjoy that. Okay, so there we go. So there you have it, guys. I'll do an update video in a few months, maybe like a month or two, see how many more worms there are in there, and after like about a month and a half of having them, so we can see how awesome it works. And it doesn't stink either. They break everything down, so it's just natural layer in there. It's not like sometimes if you compost in your backyard, you get that nasty smell if you're not composting properly, but it's working well. And then hopefully by next spring, I'll have so much dirt I can start amending some beds and have some great compost for there. So I hope you guys enjoyed that quick video on how to make a vermicomposter and how to keep it going. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm still new to it, but I'll answer best I can. And there we have it. Well, have a great day, guys. We'll see you out there. Happy gardening.